Hey guys, welcome to another online MUT gameplay. This time we are in the Super Bowl. We are the Dolphins uniforms and we are playing against somebody with the EA, like official EA uniforms or whatever, which are actually pretty cool. I actually kind of want to get those. I don't see many people with those, but definitely this was a very good game, much better than I thought it would be. Right there, see on 3rd and short, he hits me with a counter and takes it all the way to the house with Frank Gore. So he actually, I just realized now that I'm thinking about it, he had a mostly 49ers team. Thinking he had Kaepernick at quarterback, he had Frank Gore. I know he had Vernon Davis at tight end, I believe. I'm not so sure about like defense and other positions, but I don't know, I just thought of that. But yeah, as I was saying, this is definitely a good game. I got off to a super rocky start right here, 3rd and 9. Make an awful throw. He actually should have had a pick, and then 4th and 9. Brady kind of overthrows Santana Moss. I kind of tried to wiggle because I didn't want to get lit up, and that probably led to me not being able to catch the ball. So he gets the ball back in really good field position, so I'm like, oh boy. I kind of wasn't taking the game seriously, and then once this happened, I was like, okay, maybe I should start actually trying. So right here, we end up holding him, get him to 3rd and long. He gets a nice scramble on 3rd down, but he takes his 3 points. So I'm down 10-0 super early. Not really where you want to be in a Super Bowl, definitely. And right there, get a nice pass to Santana Moss, and that's kind of my problem with MUT. Right there, I had the mystery Santana Moss, which has like 95 speed, I don't know, like mid to high 90 speed. And he was being run with step for step by a linebacker. I don't know who that was. It was number 50. I don't know if that's Chris Borland or who that was, but my problem is Santana Moss shouldn't be being run with step for step by a linebacker, and that's kind of my problem with MUT. I feel like it takes a lot of the skill, not a lot of the skill, but it takes some of the skill out the game, because it doesn't come down to who's, well, not that it doesn't come down to who's better. I don't know. It's hard to explain. I think if there's a big difference in skill, then obviously the person who's better is going to win. But in a game where like the two people are very close in skill, I think it just matters whose juice team makes like more plays for them. Because I've had games where like my team's making plays all over the field, getting computer hit sticks, and like I'm not doing anything to warrant like getting fumbles and getting good breaks and stuff. It's just my team's making plays. And then I've also had games where my opponent's team's just like flying all over the field and making these ridiculous plays that my opponent really has no control over. They're not doing anything special, it's just their team's making plays for them. And so I just think it takes some of the skill out the game. Right there, get lit up. And that's the other thing, is like when everybody has these juice teams. Right there, Greg Olsen ran. I had the 1st down. Greg Olsen ran backwards, but right here he makes up for it. Makes it tough catching traffic. So that's good. But when people have these juice teams, it's just like everybody has, all their linebackers have like 95 hit power. Their safeties both have like 95 hit power. Their corners are all like 6'3" with like 95 speed. Like everybody has either like Sherman, Peterson, Cromartie, Rogers, Cromartie, something like that. You hardly ever see anybody who isn't those like 4 or 5 corners. You'll see Dion, but that's pretty much it. Safeties, like I said, usually hard-hitting safeties. A lot of people usually have like either like a Ronnie Lott or Atwater, or like I've seen some Cam Chancellors and stuff like that. Linebackers, like I said, usually just really high hit power. And now they keep coming out with these new linebackers who are all like 90 speed, 92 speed, and it's just like they can run stride for stride with your receivers. It's like, okay, so they light anybody up coming over the middle, and then they can also keep up with anybody. And right there, he goes for the onside kick. Literally, like, the one thing, as you guys saw, I fell behind early, 10-0, and then scored 17 unanswered points. And, of course, he comes out second half, goes for the onside kick, and, of course, they give it to him. So I was pretty salty about that, but it did make for a more entertaining game, because otherwise I feel like the game would have been over pretty easily right there, because I would have gotten really good field position. And I don't feel like he could have stopped me on offense. I probably would have ended up scoring and going up by 14. But instead, right there, he ends up scoring on a screen pass, which I kind of misplayed. He got slightly unlucky because I got blocked right before I got to him. So now it's all tied up at 17. And so I'm fighting my way. That's the other thing. I like face catching, even though I've kind of tried to start not user catching as much, because I feel like my reliance on user catching has like made my reads worse. Like I can't make as good of reads as I could before because I'm just so used to throwing it up. So I've kind of stopped. This was kind of an older game, and so since I've played this game, I don't really user catch as much. I've actually started trying to use teams like online and stuff that really don't have really tall receivers that I can user catch with, so I have to rely on like making reads and throwing dots and stuff, and it's actually helped me out a lot. Driving down the field right here, running the Rams playbook, running a lot of crossing routes because he was running a lot of man earlier, and then he kind of started switching up to zone, and that's when I was trying to user catch, but I realized I couldn't user catch because his corners were just knocking it down. And so now I'm running a lot of crossing routes, trying to just find who's open. Right there, Brady actually made a bad throw. Calvin made a better catch. So inside the 5, pretty confident I'm going to score here. Go fullback dive with Mike Tolbert, and then I'll probably go halfback sting with Latavius Murray and get in the end zone. So put the pressure on him. That's good for me. 2.5 minutes. He's down by 7. He hasn't really done much offensively since like the first half. He really since he scored those easy early 10 points, because I mean he scored 7 points this half based off of an onside kick where he got pretty nice field position. So I'm feeling pretty good, but he actually ends up putting together a pretty nice drive. Having some trouble stopping the scrambling. I'm trying to do a defensive end contains, but Kaepernick keeps getting outside, and then I can't come down and stop him because I have to worry about giving up the passes behind me. So it's really kind of difficult to stop. He has forever, and he ends up taking a sack. I'm only rushing 3 because I'm trying to just shut down his reads and make him make a bad throw. And I have confidence in my front 3 to kind of get some pressure right there. We almost got pressure, but he ends up making a miracle throw like 50 yards downfield to Frank Gore. So I was pretty salty when that happened. I was like, oh my gosh, this would be happening right now. Right there, about a centimeter away from a sack, but he gets the ball off, so he goes back to the run game. So 3rd and 8. Feeling pretty good, but I screw up the user right there. You saw I was guarding literally nobody. I was trying to bait it, but I just wasn't quick enough, and that was my fault. So he got a first down. I don't know why he threw the ball right there on first down. That was super dangerous, but on second down he punches it in with the inside zone split. And so 24-24, 30 seconds left. I figure whatever, I'm going to try and get some user catches and hopefully hit a game-winning field goal. But as you guys will see right here, nobody blocks the right end. He just comes flying right off the edge. Once again, nobody blocks the right end. And Brady actually avoids the sack, but I end up taking another sack. And so right here, I literally block everybody and just throw it deep to Calvin. It gets swatted down. Luckily, it didn't get picked, so I have to punt it here. So it looks like we're going to overtime. And I'm feeling decent about I'm not too confident with my defense right now because he scored last drive, so I really want to win the coin toss. And right there, he throws up a Hail Mary and ends up getting it batted down. So we go in, coin toss, and luckily I win it, so I get the ball first. I'm feeling really confident at this point because he hasn't really been able to stop my offense much. And so we're going to get the kickoff, and he goes for the onside kick. So ultimate scumbag thing to do right there. He forced me to call timeout, so I know he's going to go with the squib kick now because he thinks I'm going to come out an onside kick. So I come out in the regular kick, and he squibs it to me, and I get really good field position out of it. Huge mistake on him trying to be too cute. So I'm just going to shut up and let you guys watch overtime. I'll be back after the game.
Make the ground shake.
And there it is, guys. We ended up winning the Super Bowl off of PA end around of all plays, the play that I hate the most. But I ran it once earlier in the game, if you guys remember. I ended up scoring on the corner route to Julian Edelman. So I figured if it worked last time, I'll go ahead and try it again. Tried it again this time. I was kind of scared, so I went with the safer dump off to Darren McFadden. Ended up making a nice spin move and getting into the end zone. So pretty crazy way to win my first Super Bowl. Definitely a much closer game than I thought it was going to be, which I didn't like at the time, but then I realized it would make for a good video. So at the end, I was kind of happy that it was a close game and not a blowout, so that, you know, people don't really want to watch a blowout as much as they want to watch a good close Super Bowl. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. I'm going to try to play more MUT. I don't know how much more MUT I'm going to be playing. I kind of prefer ranked, to be honest with you, because I'm not big on the whole juice. Everybody has like these stacked teams and everybody just kind of relies on their players to make plays for them. I think ranked takes more skill personally. Don't kill me if you think MUT takes more skill. I'm not trying to argue, it's just my personal opinion. So definitely the next few games will probably be ranked games, but more MUT might follow. So go ahead and stay tuned and see for yourself. But until next time, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Won the first Super Bowl. And until next time, guys, take it easy. I'll see you later.